You might not need a lightweight gun just because you think you do. So I actually feel that buying a lightweight gun is probably one of the worst things you could do, especially to a youngster or a lady. Because the lighter the gun, the more recoil there is. And what a lot of people do is they buy a lightweight gun and they put a 24 gram, 28 gram cartridge through it and they blame the gun for recoiling. Now I actually think one of the best lightweight guns or ladies guns on the market is actually the Blaser Intuition. Okay, they start at nearly £4,000. One of the reasons why that is actually a good gun is it's not actually a lightweight gun. It's actually a normal F16 just with a slightly different stock dimensions and gun handling dimensions to a normal gun. And I'm going to go through 3 guns that I think suits a perfect person to start if you want a slightly lighter gun. Now I tend to think even for clay shootings, game guns are a good way to start because they're not lightweight like a lady's gun or a lady's gun. They're not silly heavy like a proper clay gun. And there's 3 specific guns here that I feel is a really, really good gun that I think you ought to look at if you're looking for a lightweight gun. So my first choice would be a Browning Game 28 inch or 30 inch. This particular gun weighs at just under £8, about £7.5. It retails at about £1,850. Depending on where you go, you can find them cheaper, you can find them slightly more expensive. But the weight of it feels really good. It's a really well balanced in the hand, so it's not stupidly heavy. So the ordinary Sporter is about £1 heavier. So this one is a really good suit. And just because it's got the word game on it doesn't mean you can't shoot clays with it. So that is one of my choices. My next choice is the Yieldits Pro, but the game version, not the sporting version. This particular one has got ventilated barrels, ventilated ribs, slightly lower action, i.e. like the Browning had a real high comb, this one's got a slightly lower comb, got good recoil pads on it, and this is a little bit heavier than the Browning, but it's still under £8. And this one retails at about £1,650 to £1,850. And then my third choice, for those of you that want to spend a little bit more money, is the Blaser F16. You can either go for the Intuition, which has got the Monte Carlo stock, or you can go for the ordinary Game or Sporter, non-adjustable or adjustable. They're a little bit heavier, so these are about £8. They've got their nice recoil pads on it, fixed barrels, ventilated ribs, multi-choke, and this one, I'm actually one. My own wife she actually decided to shoot one of these because it just handles completely different. And her comment was the weight actually handled back into the hand here. Now again, when a lady holds a gun, the gun generally is very barrel heavy. So on the F16, they've made the barrel, they've made the weight, I don't know how they've done it, but the weight is more here in the middle. So that is how they've made that work. So these are 3 guns that I would recommend you looking at before you start looking at lightweight or proper ladies guns. The only other one that I would put into this pick is the Intuition Blaser, but I would put these 3 guns into your mix. And there's 3 guns at 3 different prices. If you are looking for a gun, please comment below. But don't forget, if you are looking for a gun, go and book yourself a lesson at your local shooting school and they will help you pick the right gun for you at the right money. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot each gun and I'm going to shoot them in the order that I've just described them as, and then I'm going to talk about the weight and how they recoil and bits and pieces like that. Pull. 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 So that is the Browning 525. That is the Browning 525 game gun. Don't be afraid to look at the 28-inch barrel, depending on how big you are and the sort of weight that you can handle. The 28-inch or the 30-inch is well worth looking at. Now I'm going to look at the Yieldits Pro game gun. Bearing in mind this one probably recoils the least because of the action there. Little bit low in the comb, so if you're a little bit fatter in the face, this one will fit you slightly better than the Browning. Pull. And I probably would say that it's probably got a little bit less recoil than what the Browning has. Pull. Pull. And that is the Yieldits Pro. Again, very good recoil resilient on there. Both very good. A little bit low in the comb in the Browning, but I would say probably recoils a little bit less than the Browning. So definitely a tick in the box for me. And then my other one is the Blaser F16. Now they do this in the game gun, in the Intuition, and in the Sporter. Pull. 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 Now I'm going to say this one probably recoils the least, but on the other hand, you can't really compare this to them two because this is twice as much money. So you're going to expect it to be slightly better because of the recoil resorbing system they've got on them. So again, all three of them are good and they're all slightly different price ranges for you, the shooter, to choose. So you've got something for all. Pull. Pull. So that is the F16. And I'm going to be honest, all of them are very, very good. And this is where, please comment below. Please comment if you agree with what I say. Again, the biggest, most important thing is to get a gun that you can handle, that's not too heavy, that's not barrel heavy. But also you don't want to go lightweight, so the cartridges you use will kick you. And this is why going for the game version in the brands actually is better, because it's not silly light or it's not heavy. It's a good happy medium. Please comment below. Please comment on what you think of this film. Please comment anything I've said. Please comment, do you think my choice of guns for the lady shooter or the youngster shooter to start off with, do you think it's right? I'd love to hear your comment. Thank you for watching. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us to give you content like this. And join the membership for as little as $2.99 and go and have a look at our brand new website, theshootingchannel.co.uk.